Aries, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with your current energy and just see what is happening in your world. Your reading, incredibly strong. I love this. So Aries, bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Two of Wands showing up. The Two of Wands is about seeing the potential in a situation, wanting to move and act and go in that direction for sure. So I love to see this, but in general, you have a very strong, positive energy. I'm getting at the Ace of Swords. It feels like a very clear mind. You know your own mind. You know what you're trying to accomplish. You're not going to be held back in any kind of way. And that Ace of Swords is being influenced here by the Five of Swords. You're also helping to resolve some sort of conflict. This feels like there might be an inner conflict as opposed to maybe an outer one. But take that as it resonates. You might be in a disagreement with another person, but it feels like you're going to take some sort of action to clear the air because you don't want to lose this person or this connection. And so it's about finding a way to resolve this. And even if it's about you inside, it's because you're holding on to possibilities and potential here in a situation. You don't want to lose that. The universe wants you to focus on the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is sadness and disappointment, but this is really, I'm getting the sense of getting in touch with your feelings, kind of going within yourself, because I'm getting almost like a clear the air kind of energy with the Four of Cups. So whatever is taking place, if you've had some sort of disagreement with another person, it is about you kind of really being honest with yourself around what it is that you want. What intentions do you have? When you're disagreeing with another person, what kind of outcome are you looking for? And is it realistic? But also more importantly, what does that do to the relationship? Because if you go into it where everything has to be your way, like if you were to adopt your emperor energy and say it's my way or the highway, what happens if the other person says, okay, I'm out? Is that really what you want here? So I'm getting the sense that you're going to need to bridge some sort of gap here, but it's actually going to turn out very positive here. Because when I look at the past energy and I get the Empress, this is a very strong connection. So it's Venus energy. This is a romantic connection. It's coming up very loud and clear. You'll get that in a second. But this is harmony and balance here. So at one point in recent past, there was harmony and balance here within the connection. There was a lot of value, a lot of emphasis put on the significance of the connection. And so what you're going through is really just a rough patch. It doesn't feel like it's earth shattering. It feels very temporary, not something to kind of make that big of a deal about, not when it comes to blowing up the future here. So your strength is the Ten of Pentacles, which is one of the marriage cards within tarot. So it's about keeping in this future-oriented mindset, allowing yourself to disagree with your partner, but also recognizing that you don't want that to be the reason the two of you end. And so keeping that in mind allows you to make different word choices, take different actions when it comes to disagreeing with this person. So I like how it's showing up as your strength because you're very future-oriented. Same with that Two of Wands. This is what propels you forward. And what I see in your near future is the star with the Ten of Cups. So Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Venus energy, very strong romantic connection. Something along the lines of this being your ideal relationship. This is what you want here, especially with that star card, the Aquarius energy. And so this indicates here working towards your ultimate goals, long-term emotional fulfillment with this person, emotional stability, long-term stability, but also healing with that star card. And so when I look at the external influences here, I'm getting the Justice with the Two of Cups. The Justice card, Libra energy, it's all about balancing the connection, balancing the relationship. Two of Cups, very, very positive energy. So strong soul connection, wanting to make this work, finding a way to make it work, finding a way to kind of resolve the differences here. We'll dig into this one a little bit more, but it feels like the devil's been tempting you. So when it came to this situation and whatever this disagreement was about, You might have wanted to retreat into an old behavior, an old pattern of some sort, but the devil is kind of there on your shoulder. The angel is on your other. The devil is showing up to say, but what if? What if we did this my way? What would happen? And this is where you're taking the stance and saying, but I don't want it your way at all. Not at all. And so you're actively working to overcome the devil. Your fear is that you're going to fall back into an old pattern. But when I see the Six of Wands showing up in your potential outcome, I don't see that happening. This is a card of success. It's overcoming all of the challenges, the obstacles that are here within this connection. So I love the way that's playing out because it doesn't indicate any kind of negativity here. It's all going to be resolved. With that Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords, I'm getting the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords here is that self-imposed prison of the mind. And so you could be overthinking a situation. How do you fix it? How do you kind of mend something here? Or you could just be doing that all internally because that Eight of Swords, again, you're up in your own mind. Is it really worth holding on to? With the Four of Cups, I'm getting the Two of Pentacles, prioritizing what really matters. So you can sit here and you can focus on the sadness and disappointment, but really put it in perspective. Is this really what you want to focus on? Is this really, at the end of the day, going to make a difference? Would it be the end of your relationship? Is that how this is going to play out? Is that really what you want? That's not how it looks from a card standpoint, but the universe is really challenging you. It's the devil energy showing up. It's testing you. And so it's giving you this opportunity to overcome it by reminding yourself of what really matters, prioritizing this connection. With the Empress, I'm getting the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's also a card of children. And I just love this because this tells me that this relationship is overall a very happy, harmonious type of relationship. You feel really good and lighthearted in the connection. Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles. You and the other person are on the same page. You both want to focus on the long term and not the short term. Focus on long-term stability, making each other happy, building the life that you want together. And so keep reminding yourself of that, especially when that devil comes to the surface. The Star with that Ten of Cups energy, Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is about taking some sort of action, moving, putting something out there. It's definitely an olive branch kind of energy where, because you recognize the significance of the connection and this is something that you want to work out, you're going to take some sort of step here in order to bridge the gap, in order to work through whatever issue came to the surface here. Even if you're starting to just internalize it, it feels like you're going to take some sort of action to kind of work on the connection, because even when you withdraw, the other person can pick that up. They recognize that when you're in your own head and you might be overthinking a situation or just coming to a different conclusion. And this tells me that you're going to find a way to work together. With the Two of Cups, I'm getting the Knight of Cups. I'm getting Scorpio energy with this one, but it feels like what you want here is this person, this new beginning, really focusing here, moving in this direction, continuing to move in this direction, not allowing yourself to fall back into any old habits or patterns. With the Justice card, I'm getting the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, again, very similar to the Ace. The universe is saying for balance to happen, you're going to have to take some sort of action to work on this connection. It's never going to be easy. All relationships require some level of effort, and this is no different. It's just a period where you just need to put the effort in, find a way. With the Devil, I'm getting the Page of Cups. Here's how you overcome the devil. That's how this is coming across. The Page of Cups says, follow your heart, trust yourself, go after what you want, remind yourself of the future that you want here, take the steps necessary. And what you're doing is you're squashing the devil. You're literally flicking him off your shoulder. So let's get that Six of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. So male or female is just the energy of the card. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very grounded and very stable, focused on long term. That's exactly how you're coming across. And so when I see that showing up here with the Six of Wands, because you're so focused on the future and creating a stable environment, that's where the real success comes into play. Stability doesn't happen overnight. It happens through time and trial. And that's exactly what this is. This is just another test but everything is going the way that you want it to because your head is in the right spot. Your heart is in the right spot. You're very future oriented here. So Aries, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.